Hey everyone, Timmy here on the Turn 'em Sideways YouTube page, and I'm beyond excited because just a few days ago, every good little MTG boy and good little MTG girl got a visit from the best gift giver in the Morningtide set, Shaman Claus. Now, the tribal shaman strategy has been kicked around a lot over the years, and it just seemed to be that tribal deck that needed one more key component to really get itself over the edge. And I feel it got that recently in a new card, which I'll get to later, but it's become quite the little nifty aggro deck as of late that steals wins all over the place. This is the modern deck that I use in my current meta, and I really do enjoy using it because it is just a ton of holiday fun. Shaman Claus, otherwise known as Rage Forger, I suppose, likes to give out gifts in the form of +1/+1 counters. So if you have a guy on the board already and you drop down a Shaman Claus, the existing creature is going to get +1/+1, and now, whenever any one of your lovelies with a +1/+1 counter swings, they'll deal 1 point of damage regardless of blocking assignments. 1 point of burn right to the face. Alright everybody, the land base might be where I lose a few of you, so let's go ahead and get it out of the way now. You're going to need 3 snow-covered forests and 3 snow-covered mountains. These will be your 6 basic drops, and yes, before any of you ask, they have to be snow-covered. I tested it otherwise, I tried, it just doesn't function without them. Go ahead and add in 4 Rootbound Crag and 4 Stomping Ground as your color non-basics just to ensure that you have what you need. Finish it off with 4 Wooded Foothills to fetch out some goodies, and don't worry, they were just reprinted so they're cheap. And go ahead and add in 2 Cavernous Soul to protect our shamans from being countered. I know, I'm sorry guys. I know first and foremost that is about $100 for just 2 cards, but I promise they are absolutely essential to this strategy, and I'll show you why in just a moment. But if you have the playset, go ahead and run it. I'm only running the pair because of my own budgetary reasons. Moving right along to the creature base of the deck, we have 4 Rage Forger because, obviously, the deck revolves around him. But we're also running 28 creatures outside of him because we have one simple plan, and that is to swarm the board. But we also want to ensure that we have Rage Forger at all so that we can put the finishing touches on the game and kill the person sitting across from us. That's why we run 4 Flamekin Harbinger. That little guy fetches out a Rage Forger and puts him on top of our deck for us to draw next turn. That's pretty cool in my book. However, this little shit is the reason we have to run Cavernous Soul at all. He just makes our next play so obvious. If they want to deal with Rage Forger once he hits the board, that's fine, but we do not want to see him countered and never matter at all. Now, the rest of the creature base is simple enough. We have 4 Beast Collar Savant because of mana production, 4 Bosk Banneret to make things cheaper, 4 Burning Tree Emissary because flooding the board is nice. Then the remaining 12 are just Elvish Visionary, Burning Tree Shaman, and Fire Drinker Satyr. Visionary because it draws us a card, Burning Tree because it punishes Planeswalkers, and Fire Drinker because they haven't printed a better one at the 1-drop slot yet. Now, the non-creature package of the deck is simple enough because we only run 8 cards over 2 titles, with the first being a playset of Atarka's Command. It's an obvious inclusion given the colors and goal of the deck. Added combat tricks are always appreciated when you're trying to swing out. I thank MTG Goldfish for this because I was using Lightning Bolts here for the longest time. And that brings us to the last spell of the deck, Collected Company. This was the card I was referring to earlier. This is the card that has made the deck that much more competitive. The best part about Collected Company here, it literally hits every shaman in the deck. We only whiff if we don't find a creature, and we're running so many of them that doesn't happen. I mean, just think about it. You can company for your Savant, your Emissary, the Harbinger, Bosk because those savings are great, Elvish Visionary because you want to draw a card on top of the value, Fire Drinker Satyr because, again, sadly it's what we got, Burning Tree Shaman to maybe hose any plans they had in the future. Oh, and Rage Forger himself. The feeling a person gets when you collected company into a Rage Forger is just dirty. Pretend this is your board. It's an alright board, nothing crazy. You cast Collected Company, you hit Rage Forger, your whole board gets +1/+1, and now when you swing, you're going to deal 3 points of damage right to the face. Now, our sideboard is easy enough, either because we're limited or because I'm lazy and my meta is really simple. It's very predictable. Everyone here sucks. 3 Creeping Corrosion to deal with Affinity, 3 Ghost Quarter because man lands are an abomination to the MTG gods, 3 Lightning Bolt to take care of any one problematic target, and because I already had them, 3 Loman Shaman to both hose Dredge and help us in the event of an Anger of the Gods, and 3 Rex Sage because Worship and Leyline of Sanctity have no place at the table this holiday season. Also note, they can be hit by our Collected Company. Alright everyone, that's my current modern deck that I'm using. I only have 3 right now, but they're all very swing heavy in nature and I enjoy playing this one because of the Rage Forger triggers. I personally think it's a great little modern deck, but I'm just a Timmy, so you know how I play. Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for listening to Turn 'em Sideways. Later all.